Alright, let's program a top-down game where you move with the arrow keys and you look around with the mouse. Let's start with creating a new 2D project. Let's start by creating an art folder because I like to keep things organized because I'm not a monster. Then right-click on the folder, create, sprites, triangle. I will call it player graphics, player JFX. Great, that's our triangle. So now let's create the player. Right-click in the hierarchy and we will create an empty game object. I will call it player. And then I will just take the player graphics and drag it into the player game object. This allows us to separate our player from the graphics, and later if you want to make our player look different, we just swap this element. Okay, click on the player graphics and change the sprite color to another color. This will change the color of the triangle. Yellow looks nice. So to move our player, we will do it with physics. So click on the player game object and then click on add component and we will add a rigid body 2D. In the constraints, we will freeze the rotation. Let's hit play and our player falls down like a stone. We should select the player and set the gravity scale to 0. There is no gravity for him. Now we have to code. I'll create a new folder called scripts. Inside that, I will create a new C# script and call it player movement. Select my player and drag the player movement into the inspector. Now we are going to write some code. So first we want to control the speed of the player. So we will create a public float speed variable and set it to something like 5. So we added a rigid body 2D on our player and we want to access it. So I will create a private variable that is of type rigid body 2D and call it rigid body. I will rename the method start to awake because that's where I like to initialize my stuff. And here we need to get the rigid body. So we say this.rigidBody, so this means this player movement script. Rigid body is a variable that we defined, and then equals get component, and then we put the less than and greater than signs. Between those, we put the rigid body 2D type, and at the end, we put parentheses because we call it as a function. So now in the update function, we will get the input of the player. So for that, we say input.getAxisRaw, and then we put the string, which is text, horizontal. And horizontal is left and right. So in Unity, the update is called every frame, but the update method is not for physics. Physics should be updated in another method called fixedUpdate. So it means that in the update method, we'll just save what kind of input has been given by the player. So for that, we'll create a new private vector2 variable called movement. And vector2 is just x and y values. So now the horizontal value that we get from the player, we will store it in movement.x. And then I'll just copy all this and change x to y. And instead of horizontal, I'll put vertical. And this gives us up and down values. So then let's create the function fixedUpdate. And this is the only place where you are allowed to change the physics of the object. So in our case, well, we take the rigid body again and we say dot move position. This is a method that is moving the position. And this method wants a vector2 that is the position where it should move to. So what's the new position? Where is basically where we are now plus the movement. So where we are now is the rigid body dot position, and then we say plus the movement times speed, which will be how fast we move. And because we want to have it working regardless if your game runs at 30 FPS or 60 FPS or 120 FPS. So at the end we should multiply by time.fixedDeltaTime. And that's pretty much it. Save, go in your game, play, and you can move. Easy, right? I'll change the background of the camera. So just select the camera, click on background, choose another color. Now let's add the mouse movement. So back into the code. So rotating by the mouse is a bit more complicated because we need to use the camera and we need to convert the mouse pointer position to the position in the world. So I will create a public camera variable called camera. And then I will also create a mouse position variable that is a vector2. So in the update, I will say that my mouse position is equal to, well, the camera dot, and here we have a method which is screen to world point. And the screen point is basically our input.mouse position. So the input.mouse position is really our mouse pointer, and we convert that to the world point in our game. And we store this in a variable. So now we can use that in our fixedUpdate because we are also going to rotate using physics. So first we want the direction we are looking. So this is basic vector manipulation. So our look direction will be the mouse position minus our position. And then we need to compute the angle. using A10-2. So we give to this function the look direction y and the look direction x, and then we multiply it by math_f.rad to degree to convert it to degrees, and we just say that our rigid body dot rotation is equal to this computation, and it works well. So now go back into the game, just click on the player and drag the main camera into the camera field. So if you hit play, you can rotate around, but as you can see, it's not really precise. So we should just go back into the code and do -90f. Alright, and now it looks perfect. Great. Alright, we have a top-down game played with mouse and keyboard, and it's awesome and straight to the point.